Welcome to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and it's ho, ho, ho
Christmas
time.
is almost here.
Wow, I'm loving this year.
Me too.
I feel like everybody in town actually just, first of all, people started putting their decorations up really early, which I liked. But I tell you what, just the way people have decorated this year.
Yes, it's my favorite time of the year, and I'm just so happy. Like, it's just, everything is so pretty.
Yeah.
And the Christmas music is playing.
Oh, the Christmas music downtown you can't beat.
Yeah. So
love it.
And the Christmas lights at Library Park, gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful.
Great spot to jump out and get your photo taken or whatever.
Well, unfortunately for the Kringle Market this weekend, is it Kringle or Krindle?
It's
Kindle.
Chris
Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
The Kindle Market. Unfortunately, the weather did not cooperate. It was not very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was pretty wet when I went.
It was pretty wet, but
that's okay. You'll have that in December. But have you went to other towns like to see Christmas lights? Have you taken the kids?
I have not. No.
Effingham has a really cool display.
Effingham.
In Community Park, which I did not even know existed.
Where's Community Park?
Just put it in your phone. I can't even hardly tell you, but it's like, I guess on the east side of town, kind of out that way.
Is it like to the east of the mall? Out in that area?
No, it's further north.
Okay. All right.
It was an area of Effingham that I was not familiar with. But that's where their ball fields are. So if you know where the ball fields are.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I do know where the ball fields are because we went and watched Jack Stanhope's play there a couple times.
Okay, well that's
so I would know where
that's where the Christmas lights are, and you can drive through, and they are beautiful,
really
gorgeous ones.
Centralia's. No, I'm sorry, not Centralia.
Carlisle is really my favorite.
Carlisle's has been my favorite. We took Mac and Paige and Jack and JoJo. We took off on a road trip one time and went and visited all the lights. Carlisle was by far my favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite thing at Carlisle, which I don't know if they still have it, but like in one area, they just had blue lights. And they shimmer, or they kind of, and it looked like waves, ocean waves.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
And that was my favorite thing about it.
Okay. If I go through there again this season, I'll look for that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Olney always has a good display too, but Effingham was a new one for me, and I loved it.
Well, I like Flores is doing real well. I think I love our Library Park. It's right there in the middle of town. Don't get me wrong. I am a big fan of Charlie Brown Park. Thank you, Minnie Brown, for donating that to the
right.
Love it, but it's
almost too big to decorate the whole thing
unless we've got everybody in town on board,
or a benefactor with millions of dollars, which we don't have.
I haven't won the lottery yet. And
I
honestly,
haven't either. Even if I did, I'm sorry. That's not. And some of those big displays that you guys see that are like beautiful, like one of those tunnels or like a great huge like those things are like $50,000 or more.
Isn't that insane?
A piece.
Isn't that insane?
So can you imagine spending $50,000 on Christmas lights and all you have is this like one thing that takes up like I don't know 12 feet?
No, I can't fathom it. No, even Christmas lights. We didn't even put Christmas lights around the house because we bought new ones last year. And oh my gosh, sometimes some would be blinking and some would be. And I have OCD. Everything has to be. I want everything steady. I don't like. I really don't like that flash on and off. It's like pretty ugly, ugly. I can do like. As long as everything's glowing at the same time, but I can't do a lot of that, and everything has to be. And I would come home and there'd be like, every time we turned around, there was lights out, and I'm like, I can't do it. Don't even do it this year. Plus, I was gonna have to go out and buy more. Now, Mac and Paige got some this year and put on the front of their house, and they are beautiful.
Oh, really?
They're like a yellowy, glowy light. It's not like, and I hate that bright white.
I don't want the LED. I want the old-fashioned amber glow.
Amber glow, and it's like it's almost like the icicle lights, but fuller, like almost a whole veil coming down with just at the end. And I mean, and it just.
All right, I'll have to.
You have to go by Mac and Paige.
I'm going to drive by.
It is. They're the prettiest lights I've ever seen.
Okay, well, you know who has the prettiest lights I've ever seen?
Who?
Ryan Potterworth. On his house out on Old 50 towards Charlie Brown Park.
I go by there the other day?
He has their icicle light. They look like icicles and they look like they're dripping, but they're in shades of like blue and green maybe. I don't remember. They are so cool.
Yeah.
And his house is near where the old Lincoln School set. If you know where that is, you can drive by.
So we need to go there. And the other one there by Mac and Paige's house, Tolliver's. They've got some really neat lights, and it almost looks like underlighting, but like they'll be like, and they stay on. Everything's glowing at the same time, but they change colors.
Okay.
And it glows like down on the house. They're cool. I've never seen anything like that either.
Okay.
And that's in Raintree
Subdivision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And those a lot of the young families that live in Raintree. That's where Mac and Paige live. There's a lot, and so they all like kind of get in a war.
Okay.
So it's worth going around.
Yeah.
I haven't been through Fox Creek yet.
No, I need to take a moment and go drive around with my kids.
I'll probably do that tonight because we're going to have Jack and Joe. We go. We'll pick them up and we'll be driving around town looking at Christmas lights. Plus, there's the lady Holman. Aaron Holman's mother still puts all down on South Mill.
South Mill.
Wow, the work they put into that's insane.
Yes, it's amazing.
And it's almost like a baby Ingraham.
Yeah, it really is.
It is. It's crazy, which I miss Ingraham. I understand why they had to
stop.
Didn't we do a show on Ingraham?
We did a show.
Oh,
we talked about Christmas lights last year this season. So all of our episodes are on YouTube, so you can go back, find us on YouTube, Beth and Stacey, and you can watch our episode on that.
It's but like I said, I was trying to think where else I went around, but kudos to the city of Flora. I think they did a good job on that. And and like last year, what people don't understand was we sat out there. And Jim and I a few years ago said it because like they have people sit out there and like people come through and do donations and give them candy.
What are you talking about?
At Charlie Brown Park.
Oh, at Charlie Brown. Okay.
At Charlie Brown Park 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
And we always put displays on there. The problem with putting a display out at Charlie Brown Park, we had to go out and check on them every night.
Oh, right.
Because
I remember
sometimes they'd
doing
be blowing over or lights would be out and it was kind of a pain. And it just wasn't full, because not everybody would participate.
Yeah, I think if they were going to do it at Charlie Brown, they should have just picked a small area and then filled that small area. Instead, they tried to space it out throughout the park, and we don't have enough people to do that.
Yeah, and it's crazy. But Jim and I sat out there one time to take donations for lights, and we had and it was like the week before Christmas. Nobody drove through. We sat out there in that little cold shed. Right there, but they don't do that anymore. And even last year, like at the Santa house, 6 kids visited one night at Santa's because it's out of, even though it's not out of it, the park's still out of our way.
Out of the way. Yeah.
But and then anybody driving through downtown. Plus, the thing about it is the library's attracting them. The music downtown,
the buildings downtown. I don't know whose idea that was, but I love it. I hope they leave it all year long.
Well, I'm going to ask for that because I asked. I mentioned I was in there selling an ad for the play, and I was talking to Mike Stanford, and I said, Mike, do you remember when we were younger that music played downtown? He said, I do. I said, can we bring that back? He said, well, I'm a step ahead of you, Stacey.
Oh.
He said, I just talked to your husband about that last week.
Oh, funny. So it was you guys' idea?
Well, not really, because he was already on it, because I think Mike was already thought about it, and I was just talking to him in passing. Apparently, the music used to come from the theater, the marquee.
Oh.
So the theater would do that. Well, the previous owners apparently had taken all that stuff down, or it got lost whenever there was remodeling going on. And I'm like, oh, because Mike thought it was still coming from the theater, and Jim went and looked, and it's like, no, it's all gone. But the new poles they just put up had the access to put the speakers on. Oh, but he was like, I'm one step ahead of you. I'm like, good, because I like it. But now I'm going to request that it's on all the time.
Yeah.
Or at least every holiday. Could you imagine driving down during St. Patrick's Day and having all that Irish music? I think it should go all the time.
I can remember, back in the 90s, having the music downtown, and I thought it came from Throgmorton's.
Yeah, Mike's told me it was always the theater.
Okay.
Well, which would be across the street.
Right. But either way, the town of Jacksonville, I went to a quilt shop there. They have a beautiful downtown square, but they play music year round. And whenever it's not a holiday, they play oldies. And it's just 50s and 60s family friendly stuff. You don't have to worry about offending anyone. It's just,
I'm gonna ask Mike. I gotta go in there.
It's very nostalgic, very cool. Makes you want to support small business, you're in this mood, you're downtown, and it's old fashioned times.
It can't cost anything to do it.
I wouldn't think.
No, and if it does, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go in and get a check from them anyway. I think I'll say, hey, let's leave that music on all year long.
Yeah.
And then jazz it up.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day could be a little Irish jig.
Can you imagine?
February could be all love songs.
All love songs.
Hey, Mike Stanford, just turn the music planning over to Stacey and I, and we will take care of that for you.
Yeah, I will jump right on that.
Summer music, we could, have like Beach Boys and that kind of thing. Like,
that would be great. I'm going to get you a playlist right now. But it's so funny because every time I see poor Mike, I'm like, hey. And he's like, Lord have mercy.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Let's do an ad real quick. Which ad are you going to throw up? Okay. I picked this one for you, Beth, because do you dream of sewing machines?
I've actually dreamed of sewing machines, yes.
Yeah, I got this for you because, first of all, dreaming of a white Christmas, which white is apparently the sewing machine.
Yeah, that's a brand of sewing machine. But also, this has a whole white Christmas vibe to it, like Bing Crosby.
Yes.
So it's like all of my favorite things in one ad.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
White Sewing Machine Corporation.
What's it say about men? Seeing it says men.
I don't know.
At the beginning of the words.
Men. Here's the way to become a holiday hero.
Oh, yeah.
Make her dreams come true with something. Here it is right here, closer on my phone. See if you can read it. I can't read it. Man, you're a hero.
Make her dreams come true with this lasting gift of a white sewing machine. She'll love you for this choice because it's many wonderful gifts in one. Her doorway to fashion.
Ooh,
beautiful furniture, and a sewing machine that is the favorite of women everywhere. There are many white sewing machines to choose from, portables or beautiful desks and consoles to harmonize with the decor of your home. All are smooth-running, full rotary machines, either zigzag or straight stitch models, complete with all attachments, free sewing instructions, and the famous white quality guarantee. Make it a really white Christmas. Select her white sewing machine today at your nearest white sewing center, department store, or white sewing machine dealer. It will be delivered for Christmas.
There you go.
Yep, the White Sewing Machine Corporation, Cleveland, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
For over 40 years, the finest American-made sewing machines.
Can you still get that?
You can still find white sewing machines like on eBay or someplace, but I do not think they're still manufacturing them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty neat, though. I saw that, and I'm like, oh, boy.
Yeah.
There's my ad for today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was awesome. Okay.
That was really good. It's my favorite one this whole year. I'm not going to lie. All of my favorite things right there together.
Right there together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to talk about a lot of the charities that happen around our community and just give you a little input of what's going on the next couple weeks. And people that take on these charities do a really good job, and they work really hard at it. So we'll be right back.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Early Wine, and I got a frog in my throat, which I've had since November. It refuses to leave.
Yeah, you might have it for a while.
It's getting on my nerves, but I don't like taking medicine.
Yeah.
I am not it makes me funky.
Yeah, I don't hardly.
Even like stuff, it's not drowsy. I'd be like, oh,
I know. I can't hardly take anything.
I can't eat. What's wrong with me?
Well, we don't have time to get into all of that.
Oh, Zinger. Boy, I walked into that one.
You know I love you.
I walked into that one. Well, I've only got one. So let's start with you. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about your mission.
All right. Gosh, I have so many. So there
you got a bunch.
There are several charities in Clay County, the Flora area, that do so much for Clay County and the people in it. And the people that are doing this and like kind of running these charities are kind of behind the scenes, and they don't really want a lot of attention for what they do. In my opinion, they deserve a lot of appreciation from the rest of us.
Yes.
Because it's something that they work at all year round. So it's not something that they're doing just a few weeks before Christmas. It is like all year round. And let's see. I think I'm going to start with the Salvation Army. Okay, so the Salvation Army is a national organization, like everybody has heard of it. And you see the bell ringers at Walmart, and you might drop like some quarters in there. Some people drop more, of course, but I mean, do you ever really think like, what is this?
What is it for? What am I doing?
For? Yeah. And like, you wonder who's getting this money. Is it staying local? Is it going to Chicago? Is it going to New York City? Like
a ginormous CEO's pocket.
Yeah. So that money that is raised stays in Clay County. So that is a huge.
Okay, so I did not know that. So you're telling me that like whenever we donate money to Salvation Army in Clay County, like at Walmart, that stays here.
It stays in Clay County. And Carrie Thackeray is the one that helps run the Salvation Army, along with help from her husband, Evan, and her parents. And she has other helpers as well, too. But so she says that the bell ringing thing is their only fundraiser for the whole year. That's the only time they ask for money the whole entire year.
Really?
And then they use it all year round, and they use every single penny of it. And they usually run out of money by September. Okay, so
the Salvation Army is not much different than I.
Yeah. So they have an agreement with Walmart that they are able to do that there, and they also have an agreement that they get to do what's called the Angel Tree at Walmart. And Clay County does their program just a little bit different than other counties might do their Salvation Army program. And that is because Clay County already has some other great organizations in place to help with people's Christmases. And we're going to talk about those other organizations in a minute. But because other organizations are taking care of like your needs, your Christmas needs, or helping with coats or gloves or, things like that, the Salvation Army decided they kind of wanted to partner with them rather than compete with them.
I like that.
I like that too. So it's been a win-win situation for both. So on that Angel Tree at Walmart, there are little tags hanging from it, and you can pick a tag, and then you just buy whatever the tag says, and it may be a toy, or it may be, perfume or something.
And wallets, belts.
Yeah. And then you bring it back and you put it in like the donation box for them. And then the toys that are bought are split evenly between the Clay City Civics, because there's not a program in Clay City. So Salvation Army helps take care of Clay City. And they do a Christmas Adopt a Child program over there. So they give their stuff to the Clay City Civics, who then sorts it out into homes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a new adventure, right?
I think working hand in hand with the Clay City Civics is new, either this year or last year.
Yeah.
And then the other is there's a big Christmas Eve dinner at the First Christian Church, and any families that attend that or kids that go get a gift. And so
I'll tell you what, it's more than just a gift. Some of the bags we send out, because I like to be in that gift area. We're giving away ginormous bags.
They get a very nice Christmas Eve,
and it's not junky
stuff.
It's very nice stuff.
Okay, so that's the 2 Christmas things they help with, but they also do stuff all year round, and that is by assisting anyone in Clay County with utilities, rent, clothing, hotel stays for the homeless that come into the area, food, and school supplies. They help someone after they lose their job. They help someone if they've had a house fire, etc. If you've had any kind of big emergency in your family and you can't make ends meet and you need help, reach out to the Salvation Army. So you might say, how do I get a hold of the Salvation Army? How do I know if they're not standing out in front of Walmart ringing a bell? How do I know?
Yeah.
So the best way to reach the Salvation Army is to call the First Christian Church office, and that number is 662-7626, and they're in the office Monday through Thursday. But the Salvation Army of Clay County, Illinois is also on Facebook, and that is their Facebook name, Salvation Army of Clay County, Illinois, and you can send them a message on Facebook. So you can either call the church or reach out on Facebook and get a hold of them. They can help you. It's if you still need help for this year, they'll probably direct you to attend the Christmas Eve service at the church on Christmas Eve. But they also help with other things. So thank you to the people that volunteer for the Salvation Army, and thanks for all that they do. And Carrie said she wanted to say that she loves all of their volunteers and that she couldn't do it without them, because the volunteers are the ones out there ringing the bell that she has to do it. But also her parents, David and Trudy Kuntz, and her husband, Evan Thackeray, they go back and forth to Walmart every day to transport buckets of change or whatever. And so it's a lot of work. They put in a lot of hours on that.
And if you think about it, the Salvation, it's like there's so many people that, like, when it comes to charities and stuff, they're hesitant because then you find out
later
that certain ones, that non-for-profit CEO makes $700,000, and it gets discouraging.
Yeah,
it's very discouraging when you see that. But and it's local, and so many times.
Yeah, this is local. The people that are helping with it are volunteers. Nobody makes any money off of it, and it all stays in Clay County.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about the Cancer Crusaders, but it's even like the Relay for Life. Clay County has a high cancer population, and then you do the Relay for Life, and then come to find out that only 10% goes to research, 90% goes to pay salaries.
Oh yeah,
and none of that helps the people of Clay City. So therefore, we quit doing the Relay for Life and started doing the Cancer Crusaders. So when you give to the Cancer Crusaders, whenever anything's going on, give to that, because they give to people locally.
Local,
like and people to help with food, gas, everything. Yes.
Before social media came along, there were several different organizations that I gave money to, and then once I had more access to the internet and social media, and I started seeing things about these corporations, and I'm like, what in the world? I'm giving them money, and they're paying all of the people that work for them, and then a big chunk of their donations they used for mailings, like to mail out to request more money. They were spending like millions of dollars a year on like junk mail.
See, that doesn't make any sense.
Instead of like using it to help with medical research or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a real disappointment.
Seemed like a scam.
It was a real disappointment, and I think a lot of them are scams.
Yeah.
With good names on them, you just don't. But Salvation, so right there's your ticket right there.
Yep.
And I've always heard, if you want to give money, we are big. Jim and I are big. Franklin Graham's Samaritan's Purse. That is next on my list.
Yeah,
Samaritan's Purse. We actually tithe to Samaritan's Purse. And Samaritan's Purse, and it's Franklin Graham's, and Beth will talk to you about that here shortly. But so that's the one we go to because it's just not.
Well, with that little segue, I'll just jump into it.
Go ahead. I might have to stop you for a commercial break.
Okay.
Keep going.
So the mission of Samaritan's Purse, Operation Christmas Child, is to, it's from Mark 10:14. It says, "Let the children come to me. Do not hinder them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God." So the mission of Operation Christmas Child is to demonstrate God's love in a tangible way to children in need around the world. And through this project, Samaritan's Purse partners with local churches worldwide to share the good news of Jesus Christ and make disciples of the nation. So the history of this whole program, and when we talk about Operation Christmas Child, we're talking about the shoe boxes.
I love
that everyone packs. Okay,
shoe boxes.
The shoe boxes, and it's just such an amazing ministry. So in the summer of 1993, Samaritan's Purse president Franklin Graham received a call from a man in England asking if he would be willing to fill shoe boxes with gifts for children in Eastern Europe. Franklin agreed, but figured Christmas was months away. He forgot about the promise until he received a call back around Thanksgiving asking about those gifts. Mm-hmm. And Franklin asked his friend, a man named Pastor Ross Rhodes of Calvary Church in Charlotte, to see if he could help. And the next Sunday, Pastor Rhodes demonstrated for his congregation how to fill a shoebox with simple gifts and encouraged them to write a letter to the child as well. And within weeks, the church had 11,000 shoeboxes from one church.
From one church.
It was a big church, but 11,000 shoeboxes. So due to their generosity and then additional gifts from Canada, Samaritan's Purse sent 28,000 shoebox gifts to children in the Balkans that Christmas. The Balkans, I think that's like around Romania, okay? Through these gifts, we communicated to children and their families what the angel said to the shepherds about Jesus' birth. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people. So every year since, Samaritan's Purse has collected shoebox gifts filled with toys, school supplies, hygiene items, etc. for children around the world. And since 1993, more than 220 million children. 220 million children.
That's amazing.
In more than 170 countries and territories. They have received an Operation Christmas Child box. The project delivers not only the joy of what is for many kids their first gift ever, but also gives them a tangible expression of God's love. Tens of thousands of volunteers from local churches around the world partner to do this. So that's the history of Operation Christmas Child, and that is also a local thing. Yes, it's worldwide, but we have local drop-off point. It is at the Assembly
of God.
Is it Assembly of God? Assembly.
I think Jim
it's on the corner of Seminary and 8th Street. For some reason, it's Assembly.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know, but you could also call the First Church of Flora. That's the church that my husband preaches at, and Vicki is in there, and she knows exactly where you can take him.
Contact almost any church, and they will know.
I love the shoe boxes, and I always every year, and that's what we're going to do this evening is fill our shoe boxes. Because I take Jack and Joanna with me, and it's a good lesson for your own children and grandchildren.
Isn't it too late this year, though?
Huh?
I think it's too late,
Is it too late this year? I've already done it. I wanted to do one with Jack and Joanna tonight.
Oh.
Well, it might be too late, but...
Okay. I don't know.
I'm lost.
I thought they had already been taken.
But it is a good thing. It is a good thing for like whenever all these types of things are going. If you've got children that don't know what it's like, it's a good lesson learned for your own children.
And even if you pack one now, you could save it for next year. I mean,
there's still
they'll use them.
There's a thing on there like you can't put candy in.
Yeah,
there is some things you can't
you can
do.
look it up online. There's lots of resources there. What you can and put in it, what you can't, and what's in it, and you know, I've packed many a shoebox, and it is amazing how creative you can be in packing it.
Because it's hard to pack.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff in there.
And they've got the box for you. Yeah. Remember when it first started, you had to do your own box?
Yeah, but now
they started making their own boxes.
They will supply the box.
And they've got it real simple. It's not hard to do, but...
yeah, I think that if you want to do a pack a shoebox, though, you have to do it early in the season.
Right. I think
they actually send them off closer to Thanksgiving.
I think they are gone.
I don't know the dates on that, but...
Because they'll start talking about that. In the fall. Yeah. I mean, they'll start talking about that. Yeah, it probably is too late for that.
Yeah, because they have to. Because there's a video on YouTube you can find. I can't show it to you here, but look it up on YouTube. Samaritan's Purse, Operation Christmas Child, and it'll show you like the journey of a box. And
I've never watched
and
that
like
video.
all of the shipping points it goes through, and then being on a ship and going overseas, and then arriving, and then being, sometimes it's on the back of a camel, back of a horse. They'll pull it in a wagon, and then they'll show up these really remote villages and pass them out, and it is incredible. Like, watch the video; it's just mind blowing how much work goes into it.
We're big fans of Franklin Graham because Jim works for Samaritan's Purse. Like, whenever they go in and that's another good place that if you're wanting to make a donation somewhere because nobody's on the payroll, and it goes, they're stormed after a storm and devastation. Samaritan's Purse is usually the first person there doing cleanup and rebuilding.
So Samaritan's Purse does a lot more than just Operation Christmas Shawl. That's just one of their ministries.
Yeah.
But the cleanup after the storms and the things that Jim goes and does is a pretty amazing.
Yeah, I think he's going to take off in January, head to North Carolina. I don't know. He said something. Jim went one time. He likes to do the rebuilding. He doesn't like the cleanup as much, but yeah, he's went a couple times with cleanup, but he would prefer rebuilding. But whatever. But anyway, we're going to take a commercial break, and we will be right back.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank.
We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be.
Clay County State Bank.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. We have been talking about local charities and what they do at Christmas time and the ones that are more Christmas oriented. And you have one that you're going to talk about.
Yes, and it doesn't have a name.
Okay.
It's Mabel Smith.
Okay.
Mabel Smith is a retired teacher from our district. And Mabel, along with one of her friends, are the only they do it all themselves.
Okay.
And you probably never even heard of what I'm going to be talking about, but it's absolutely shocking how many gifts.
Did she want you to tell, or did she want to? Yeah.
She actually wrote this. It all came from. I got a message from Smitty, and Smitty. I'm like, Mabel. Not a lot of people know that she does this. I said, "Am we going to get in trouble?" And he was like, well, I'm not sure, but I would like for people to know exactly what her and Peggy James do. And I'm like, okay, well, if she gets mad, I'm throwing you under the bus. Merry Christmas. So anyway, I'm going to read this letter that Mabel, and it was Mabel Smith. It's not signed, so Smitty could have actually done a little.
Okay.
But this is impressive because it's something she took on by herself.
Okay.
Mabel Smith, she started this in December of 2001. Buying a few gifts for nursing homes because she heard a worker from there mention that there were some people who didn't get any gifts that year from family or individuals.
Oh.
She says she can't remember how many gifts she did that year or exactly what she gave. So she started that in 2001. So for 4 years, she did it by herself. Then in 2005, Peggy James started helping her after she retired from teaching.
Okay. So
this has been going on since 2001.
Wow.
That's 23 years.
Yeah.
Okay. She said, Peggy and I buy shirts, and they don't ask for money.
Yeah, they don't take donations.
They don't make any donations. It doesn't have a name, nothing. They do this. They buy this on their own. Peggy and I buy shirts, jackets, hats, gloves, lap throws, pillows, pajamas, along with shirts, blouses, sweaters, hoodies, light jackets, sweatpants, and even jeans.
Oh, my.
We also give them a toothbrush, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, crayons, notepads, jewelry, watches, wallets, markers, colored pencils, and sometimes coloring books.
And this is she only gives out to nursing home people?
Well,
or
it's
going to get,
it's going to blow up here in a minute.
Okay.
And word searches. We buy and wrap year round with our own money most of the time. But we have been given some donations for these gifts each year from some people. I'm not sure I should give their names.
Okay.
I'm not sure how many presents we have given since we started. A rough estimate would be between 2,000 and 3,000 gifts total.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
We also started 6 years ago buying gifts for high school homeless students in Flora. We have had as few as 16 and as many as 26 each year. We spend a little more on high school students since they need more than a pair of pajamas.
Okay, stop right there.
A simple top or
so every
sweatpants.
year in Flora, and that's just Flora, not really all of Clay County,
Just
there's between 16 and 26 homeless high school students. Mm-hmm. Were you guys aware of that? Because I didn't realize it was that high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. We also try to look for the kind of clothes kids are wearing now.
Mm-hmm.
They get shirt, blouse, jeans, sweatpants, hoodies, or a light jacket. We buy shoes if we know their shoe size. Those kids usually get at least 3 wrapped gifts and a gift box with jewelry, nail polish, a small purse, lipstick, and a gift card. Peggy adds a little extra touch to each gift. Each student gets their own wrapping paper design.
Oh my gosh.
With a bow on top. We have been given money from several people to fund this project, and we're thankful for all their help. We couldn't do this project without the extra donations. Show some of the pictures I sent. Now, I don't know about you. I'm going to wrap presents this afternoon, and it's not going to look like it. This is Mabel's house.
Oh, wow.
These are the pictures Smitty sent us. Let's just go through some of these pictures. That's in her home.
Okay. Wow.
Look, this is Mabel's house. All year long. She and Peggy buy stuff all year long.
Wow.
That's Smitty's garage.
Oh, my.
Yeah, isn't that great? Let's just go through some of the wrappings. Look how beautiful these are. So each one of those, see the Santa, that's one child, that's their gifts. And and it's personal for them. So no presents are wrapped the same.
Wow.
They're all dead. Look how beautiful they are. And Mabel told me that Peggy does all these. Keep going. Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, just keep going through them. Look how beautiful she does.
Yes. And just buying all that ribbon is not cheap.
No. And to think this is just 2 women doing all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh. Yeah.
I hope they are all appreciated. That's okay. And
beautiful. I'm not done. We're gonna keep going. No, we're not done. So I am glad to know that people do. So that's another one. Mabel Smith, you could. Okay. Nursing home gifts for Christmas 2024. 49 residents, men and women. Each resident received 2 wrapped presents, which consisted of shirts, pants, pajamas. Also, we give a small bag of items such as jewelry, lipstick, flashlight, and sometimes candy, though there are restrictions, and a small container of crayons, pencil, pen, notepad, and other items like hand sanitizer or lotion. So they literally get 49 residents at the nursing home. Everybody gets 2 gifts.
Wow.
High school homeless students for Christmas 2024. We're talking about this Christmas season.
Okay.
26 students received at least 2 to 3 presents. There also were given a bag with a flashlight, pen, notepad, and a gift card. Girls got a small coin purse with lipstick and nail polish. An estimate of gifts for the high school students for the last 6 years would be between 325 and 400.
I have so many questions. Like, okay, so right now there's 26 homeless students at Flora High School, but like, where are they staying?
And I'm not finished. I'll finish the story in a minute. Here's the deal with homeless students. When you say children are homeless, it's shocking because when I found this out, I was like, homeless? I was like ready to take up where? And we need to do something and blah, blah, blah. The state of Illinois defines homeless of any child that does not live with their parent. So, like, if you've got, like, I have a customer that she raised 3 of her grandchildren. All 3 of those are considered homeless children because they live with grandma.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so homeless, it doesn't mean they're on the streets.
Okay.
Because if you look at the homeless children in Clay County, between the elementary, junior high, and high school, it's astonishing, and I almost lost my mind over it. It, like, gets almost into the... Because so many but homeless means they're not on the streets. They're just living with a relative, a grandma, an aunt, an uncle, or a friend.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
Mabel says, we have been blessed to do these projects, and we will continue as long as God gives us good health. Anyone who is interested in helping us, we can always use help. We work on Monday and Thursday mornings from 8:30 to 11:30. We can also use small to regular size gift boxes, shoe boxes, wrapping paper, ribbon, tape, gift bags, tags. We would like to thank everyone who has helped and or donated to us. Mabel Smith.
Wow.
So you got to take into consideration, Mabel did this in 2001, started with just giving a few gifts to the nursing homes, and look what she's created.
Yeah.
And I bet nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this till Smitty was like,
well,
hey.
I happened to be in your shop last year while she was in there getting her hair done, and I heard her talk a little bit about it, and I was like, what is she up to?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of those things. They'll take ribbon and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I had no idea, but till Smitty sent me this, because I was talking to him about wanting to do a show on community charity, charity work that happens in the community. And so this is good information. So now if you're out at Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree at the end of the year, go out there. I like I said, I didn't know how extensive she got with it till he showed me the pictures. I was like, wow, and that wrapping.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful. We're going to take a commercial break, and I think, Beth, you got a couple more?
I got a couple more.
All right, we'll be right back.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me order lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. Today we're talking about local charities and what they do at Christmas time. And the next one I'm going to talk about is called Santa's Smiles. And this one is another really cool one that does so much in Clay County and has a pretty cool history. So I'll jump into that one. Okay, so 24 years ago, the Kiwanis Club in Flora used to partner with Toys for Tots in Clay County. And you would see, if I remember right, you would see like great big wrapped boxes at Walmart that you could drop a toy off in. They ended up deciding not to partner with them anymore. I don't know the store. I have a little bit of information on Toys for Tots too, even though we don't have one of those locally, but it is something that the Marines do, and it is in all 50 states, over 800 communities. and it has all these affiliations. But if I understand Toys for Tots website correctly, they have a lot of rules, and I think with that particular organization, I'm not sure, but I think every child was only allowed like one thing, maybe.
I think you're right.
And it was kind of a lower scale. Okay. So, Marianne Pittman decided to kind of start doing a little bit more, but Toys for Tots said that she could not use their name because they owned it. They had the trademark on Toys for Tots. So basically, Marianne continued the Toys for Tots thing without all of the name and the big, like, just how we were talking earlier about some charities have all these rules, and their money goes toward not just what they're supposed to be doing, but their bosses and all the people they employ okay, well, I don't really want to badmouth Toys for Tots because I think that they do good things in towns.
But it'd be interesting to see what their CEO makes.
But yeah, and it is through the Marines. I don't know. I did a little research on them, but it was a little
sketchy,
murky.
Yeah.
And so I can see why. The great thing about doing it locally and changing the name and having one that is just for Clay County is you can do it however way you want to. If you feel like if you see a family and they need everything you have the means to make it happen, then do it. Like, don't let anything stop you like that.
Right.
So basically, I believe that would be a lot. And I didn't get to talk to Marianne about it, but I did talk to Andy Sweeten Malone. She is one of the ones that heads up the Santa Smiles program now. And she filled me in on some of the history. And all that was my words, not Andy's. But I just feel like maybe that is why, just because Toys for Tots had rules, maybe. But anyway, so Marianne chose the name Santa's Smiles, and she was in charge of it until 2019, and they gave out used toys and clothes, which was great. It was used, but it was gently used, good stuff, okay? But in 2019, they revamped the program, and they were able to start giving out new toys and new clothes to kids, and they were... this year, they were able to give 449 children in Clay County coats, shoes, hats, gloves, socks, blankets, an outfit, a toy, or gift new items to each child. They do only 0 to 18 years old, as long as they are still in high school. So they don't give anything to the adults in the family, but to the kids, they make sure their needs are met. Socks, coat, hat, gloves. And, years ago, our church used to do something called the Real Deal.
Right.
And we gave out free clothing and furniture and met a lot of needs that were needed in the community. But one thing that we kind of started after the first year was underwear, because I had so many people ask me if we had underwear for their children, which was something that I had never considered giving out underwear because I just didn't. But it didn't dawn on me that so many people have a need for that. So the next year we started having packages of clean new underwear for kids in every size. Melissa Widener helped me kind of head up that little corner of it. And I think she might have kept that up for a few years, even after Real Deal ended, but just passing out new packages of underwear. And that's something we take for granted. And there were people that needed that. And so we met that need. But anyway, back to Santa Smiles. That's kind of what they're doing. They're not just giving every kid a toy. They're giving them socks, clothes, coats, hats, gloves. They do get a toy. They also get an outfit. They give them a lot of stuff and make sure they have a great Christmas. So Santa Smiles is not income-based. So that's important to know for those of you that think that you might know someone or maybe even yourself that would benefit from this next year. It's not income-based, but they have applications that go out in every community in Clay County the 1st of October. So here at the end, I'll tell you how to get a hold of them, but the applications go out in October, and they are due back by the 1st of November. Andy says that as long as everyone is honest on their application, they fill their request with what they have. So they have recently moved or are in the process of getting ready to move to a new location because they have a lot of things to store.
Well, they've been several places. Where are they at now?
Well, I think right now they are in the Vaughn Furniture Building.
They're in the Vaughn because they were in the U.S. Bank.
Uh-huh.
And then they went to Vaughn. Where are they going next?
Well, they're going to Ed Lewis Trucking in the old GSI plant, the old Spartans plant, GSI.
Oh,
yeah. I believe Ed Lewis has donated a big chunk of warehouse space for them, which is exactly what they needed.
Perfect.
And
God bless you, Ed Lewis.
Yes. So, but what they need now are volunteers to help move all their stuff. They need volunteers to assist in the move. They need volunteers to help rehang clothes. So even if you're an older woman or something and you maybe can't carry heavy boxes, you could at least put clothes on hangers for them. They need help shelving toys. Funding is always a needed issue. They take donations. Of course, they would take cash donations, but also donations of new clothes, toys, and coats are an ongoing need. So after Christmas, when everything goes on sale and all those coats, winter coats are marked down come about February when they're marked down to not much.
That's right.
Grab a few of those and donate those to Santa Smiles. Then for the people that are using the program in November, they need volunteers every November that come and shop in our building. So those volunteers, they would be handed an order like this is this family and this is their needs. And you would go up and down the aisles of their storage space at Ed Lewis Trucking and grab from the shelves the correct sizes for that family.
Now, Beth, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that Santa Smile? They give things out all year long. It's not just Christmas time or...
I think it's only Christmas time.
Is it only Christmas time?
But
why was I thinking somebody had a fire or something?
Okay. I'll go through my notes on that.
Yeah.
But it is a huge service, and they do it takes year-round dedication. So the volunteers on this program work year-round, not just at Christmas, not November, October.
Like Mabel and Peggy.
They are working year-round. They have a Facebook page called Santa's Smiles. You can reach out to them there if you'd like to contact them. But they also have a P.O. Box in Flora, and that is P.O. Box 196, Flora, Illinois, 62839. And then the important thing about this charity, as well as Salvation Army and some other ones, they are 100% funded by the generosity of the local community. So they don't get money from Toys for Tots, the Marines. They don't get money from anyone else. It's only no grant money, nothing. It's only the money that is donated to them in this community. And Andy went on to say, without the support of local businesses, churches, and individuals, we would not be able to continue this mission. So thank you. So she thanks everyone that has donated. She doesn't say anything about helping throughout the rest of the year. I think that's Salvation Army.
I don't know.
You think Santa Smiles?
Well, I feel like they do because I know they called Jim in one time and he built a bunch of shelving units for him to hang clothes on. He built a bunch of clothing racks and shelving, and I was almost positive.
I think they collect that for each Christmas, but I don't know. She didn't mention that, but maybe that's the case. So, either way, it is a fantastic organization, and thank you to those volunteers that work with that.
I have a feeling like if somebody contacted them and said we need this, they would be like, "Come on in."
Well,
especially if they're going out to Ed Lewis. I mean,
probably so.
Yeah,
probably so. Yeah.
None of these people that have these type of hearts aren't turning anybody away.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And they are what make our community amazing.
Yes.
Mary, that's bravo to her.
Yes. Bravo to them all. So that is all I have.
Well, shop for a cop. We're almost out of time.
Oh yeah, shop for a cop. That's
local, but I'm not really sure. They pick like one family or what?
No. So I think you can sign up for. I should have reached out to the police about that, and I forgot that one. Shop with a Cop. I know my son-in-law is a police officer in Effingham. They do Shop with a Cop there, and he helps with that. And you basically can sign up for it. I believe you're paired with a police officer, and then they have one shopping night a year at Walmart where you show up, the family shows up, they walk through the whole store with the police officer, and they are able to pick out what they need, clothes, shoes, things like that, and get a toy or a gift. I think I know they for sure. Malia has helped with it, so I know for sure they pick out pajamas and clothes for the kids. Yeah, so she had a cute story about one of the persons that she helped, the younger child kept putting clothes that she wanted into the cart, but she didn't read any sizes, so she was buying clothes that were never going to fit her. And Malia was like, "Oh, but this isn't the right size. Like, let's find your size." And she's like, "No, that's the one I want." But when she walked away, Malia switched all the sizes so the clothes so the clothes would fit her when she got home. But she said she was the cutest little thing. But anyway, yeah, that's another great one that they do
Shop
through
with
the
a cop.
Shop with a Cop. Mm-hmm.
I figured it was probably a national thing. How cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Little Jack Andy.
All right, let's end it with something funny.
It's true that every time you hear a bell, an angel gets his wings. But what they don't tell you, every time you hear a mousetrap snap, an angel gets set on fire.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Jack Handy.
Jack Handy.
I don't understand how his mind works.
With Jack
Handy. Oh, gosh.
It's just like, where does he
come up with this
stuff?
stuff?
I know it. That's funny.
Oh,
and disturbing.
Yes. For sure.
That's it, doll.
So anyway, as always, you can find us on Wabash Channel 100, Catch TV, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. and then again at 3 p.m. All of our episodes are on YouTube. You can find us on our YouTube channel. By the way, with Beth and Stacey, just type in Beth and Stacey on YouTube. Our whole page will come up. You click on that, and then voila! All of our episodes.
We're back.
All of our episodes are there. You can also find us on Facebook. Like and follow us there with, by the way, with Beth and Stacey. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, surely no concerns.
I would think not.
You can email us at, by the way, with Beth and Stacey at gmail.com. And that's it for today. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
God bless you and have a great day.